Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, where did the time go? Maybe you felt your energy slipping, your body moving slower, or even your memory not being quite as sharp as it used to be. You're not alone. Aging is something we all experience. But here's the truth most people don't talk about. Growing older doesn't have to mean growing weaker. Yet far too many people quietly drift into habits that slowly chip away at their health, often without even realizing it. And sadly, that's one of the biggest reasons why so many seniors don't live past 80. Now that might sound a little harsh, but please stick with me, because this video could be the wake-up call that adds more good years to your life. See, it's not about fearing death. It's about choosing life and living it well. That's why today we're diving deep into the often overlooked reasons many elderly people see their health decline too early, and more importantly, what you can do to avoid those same traps. You have more power over your health and vitality than you think, and that power starts with awareness. Let's begin with something simple but critical: your daily movement. I'm not talking about running marathons or doing jumping jacks in your living room. But here's the thing. Many older adults unknowingly cross into a dangerously sedentary lifestyle. Maybe it starts with sitting just a bit longer each day, watching a little more TV, spending more time in the recliner, or just not feeling like going for that short walk anymore. And before long, the body begins to adapt, but not in a good way. When you stop moving regularly, your muscles begin to weaken, your joints stiffen, and your circulation slows. That stiffness in the morning, that groaning when you get out of a chair, it's not just old age. It's your body crying out for motion. Movement keeps your bones strong, your heart pumping, and your brain sharp. Even something as simple as walking around the house for 5 minutes every hour, doing light stretches or gardening in the afternoon can make a huge difference. You don't need to join a gym. You just need to keep moving. Because once your body gets used to stillness, it starts shutting down much faster than it should. But let's say you're already trying to stay active. That's fantastic. The next silent enemy? Chronic stress and isolation. And this one is sneaky, especially as we age. Many people assume stress is a younger person's problem. Work deadlines, raising kids, dealing with finances. But what they don't realize is that retirement can bring its own kind of stress, often rooted in loneliness, lack of purpose, or a sense of disconnection from the world. Maybe you've lost friends over the years. Maybe your children have moved away. Maybe you spend more time alone than you'd like to admit. The truth is, loneliness doesn't just make you feel sad. It's a biological trigger. It raises your cortisol levels. That's your body's main stress hormone. And over time, high cortisol wears you down from the inside out. It affects your heart, your immune system, even your brain. That's why seniors who feel isolated are at a much higher risk for cognitive decline, heart disease, and yes, early death. But there's good news. Staying connected doesn't have to mean going out to big social gatherings. It can be as simple as calling an old friend once a week, joining a small community group, volunteering, or even chatting with neighbors on a walk. Human connection, even in small doses, is medicine. It reminds you that you're still part of something, still needed, still alive. And that matters more than most people realize. Now let's talk about something that's sitting in nearly everyone's kitchen, and it's slowly damaging more lives than we can count: sugar. Yep, sugar. It's in your morning cereal, your favorite drinks, those little snacks you like to keep around just in case. And while a little sweetness here and there might seem harmless, the real issue is how sugar affects your body long term, especially after 60. Your metabolism naturally slows down as you age. That means your body processes sugar less efficiently, causing spikes in blood glucose that linger longer than they used to. Over time, this leads to inflammation, weight gain, energy crashes, and, for many, type 2 diabetes. But beyond that, sugar also plays a key role in something called glycation. That's when excess sugar binds to proteins in your body, causing them to stiffen and age. This affects your skin, your joints, your eyes, and even your brain. And here's the kicker. Most people are consuming far more sugar than they realize. Even so-called healthy foods can be packed with hidden sugars. The solution isn't to cut it all out at once. It's to become aware, start reading labels, replace sugary snacks with fruit, nuts, or yogurt. Gradually reduce your intake so your taste buds can adjust. You'll be amazed how quickly your energy improves when you stop feeding your body a steady stream of sugar. So far, we've talked about the danger of slowing down too much, the hidden toll of isolation and stress, and how sugar sneaks into our lives and speeds up aging. These aren't just random issues. They're some of the most common reasons seniors find themselves struggling before their time. But remember, recognizing the problem is already half the battle. You're watching this video because you care about your health, and that means you're already on the right path. Now that we've looked at how inactivity, emotional stress, and sugar can quietly pull us away from a long and vibrant life, let's move forward and shine a light on another factor that's just as powerful and but often overlooked. So let's continue with something that may surprise you, but it's more common than you think. Stress that quietly builds up over the years. You might not feel it the same way you did when you were younger, but stress has a sneaky way of creeping into our bodies and minds as we age. Worrying about health, finances, children, or even just the changes in our daily routines can create a silent strain that wears us down over time. Think about it. Have you ever noticed your heart racing a little faster after reading the news or feeling tense for no obvious reason? That's your body telling you something's off. Chronic stress doesn't just affect your mood. It weakens your immune system, raises blood pressure, and increases the risk of heart disease. And here's the catch. The longer we live with it, the more damage it can do. Now, you don't have to go on a retreat or meditate on a mountaintop to beat stress. Sometimes it's as simple as stepping outside in the morning and feeling the sunlight on your face, or sitting quietly with a cup of tea and letting your thoughts settle without rushing to fix anything. Many seniors find peace in gardening, gentle stretching, or just chatting with an old friend. What matters is finding something that helps. You breathe a little deeper and feel a little lighter. And speaking of light, let's not forget how powerful natural sunlight can be for your health. It might sound too simple to be true, but getting sunlight on your skin, especially in the early morning, helps your body produce vitamin D. That little burst of vitamin D is like a key that unlocks better bone health, stronger immunity, and even improved mood. But when we stay indoors too often, our bodies don't get what they need. Over time, low vitamin D levels can lead to fatigue, weaker bones, and a higher chance of getting sick. So if it's safe and warm enough, take a slow walk outside or sit by a sunny window for 15 to 20 minutes each day. Just that small act can make a bigger difference than you might think. Now let's talk about movement. Not exercise in the traditional sense, but simply staying active in a way that fits your lifestyle and comfort. One of the reasons many people struggle after 80 is that their muscles begin to waste away from lack of use. It's not about hitting the gym or lifting heavy weights. It's about keeping your body in motion so that your joints stay loose and your balance stays strong. Have you noticed it's harder to get out of a chair than it used to be? Or maybe you feel a bit unsteady when walking through the grocery store. That's your body asking for just a little more movement. Simple routines like stretching your arms above your head, doing gentle circles with your ankles, or even standing on one leg while holding a chair can improve your balance and reduce your risk of falls. One older gentleman I spoke with told me that he started doing leg lifts while brushing his teeth, just lifting one foot off the ground for a few seconds at a time. It didn't seem like much at first, but after a few weeks, he felt stronger and more stable than he had in years. These little habits, done consistently, are often the key to maintaining independence and vitality well into your 80s and beyond. Let's not forget about the importance of hydration either. As we age, our sense of thirst becomes duller. That means many seniors don't realize they're dehydrated until they're already feeling weak, dizzy, or confused. Water isn't just about quenching thirst, it's essential for digestion, joint lubrication, brain function, and even regulating body temperature. If plain water doesn't appeal to you, that's okay. Try herbal teas, a splash of lemon in warm water, or even fruits with high water content like watermelon and oranges. What matters is that your body gets the fluids it needs to function properly. A well-hydrated body is more alert, energetic, and better able to fight off illness. Now, I want to touch on something a little more emotional, but just as important: the power of purpose. Many people slow down drastically after retirement or after their children move away, and suddenly there's this emptiness, a quiet question: what now? That feeling can lead to depression, which quietly affects the body as much as the mind. But having a reason to wake up in the morning, no matter how small, can add years to your life and life to your years. It doesn't have to be something grand. Maybe it's taking care of a pet, volunteering at a local center, writing down your life story, or learning something new. Even a small hobby like painting, knitting, or fixing up old radios can give you a sense of direction and joy. One woman I met in her late 70s started recording short audio messages of family memories to share with her grandchildren. She said it gave her a sense of purpose and kept her mind active. And her family treasures those recordings more than any gift they've ever received. That's the magic of doing something that matters to you or to someone else. So to sum up where we are so far: taking care of your emotional health, moving your body gently but often, soaking up a little sunshine, staying hydrated, and finding a meaningful reason to greet each day. These aren't complicated changes, but over time they protect you from the slow, silent forces that pull many people into poor health after 80. Let's keep going, because we're just getting into some of the most eye-opening changes you can make to live longer, stronger, and more joyfully than most people think is even possible. One of the most overlooked yet powerful tools for longevity is social connection. Yes, laughter, conversation, and feeling connected to others. These aren't just feel-good experiences. They are biological necessities. Loneliness, especially in old age, is as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Let that sink in. The human brain is wired for connection. We were never meant to live in isolation, yet so many older adults do. Maybe friends have moved away or passed on. Maybe the kids are busy. Or maybe it just feels harder to reach out. But every day spent disconnected chips away at our health. It increases the risk of dementia, weakens the immune system, and shortens lifespan significantly. But the good news? It's never too late to reconnect. Call a neighbor, join a senior walking group, attend a local class or gathering, even virtually. Don't wait for someone to invite you. Sometimes being the one to reach out makes all the difference. You might even brighten someone else's day in the process. Human connection is medicine. And while we're talking about brains, let's talk about mental stimulation. Many people believe that cognitive decline is inevitable with age, but that's not entirely true. The brain is like a muscle, and it thrives on challenge. Doing the same thing every day, watching TV, sitting in silence, avoiding change, can actually dull your mind over time. But learning something new? That's like taking your brain to the gym. Try a new hobby. Learn a few words in another language. Pick up a puzzle, a strategy game, or a new book genre. Even switching up your routine can make your brain work a little harder and grow stronger in the process. One man in his 80s began playing a piano keyboard app on his tablet, just 10 minutes a day. 6 months later, not only was he playing real songs, but his memory and mood had noticeably improved. You don't need to become a genius, just stay curious. Now here's something that many people don't want to talk about, but it's absolutely crucial: gut health. Your gut isn't just where food is digested, it's where your immune system lives, where 90% of your serotonin, your feel-good chemical, is produced, and where your body absorbs nutrients to stay strong. But as we age, our gut lining gets thinner and our digestion becomes slower. That means the food we eat matters more than ever. Highly processed, sugary, salty foods don't just upset your stomach. They inflame your body, damage your cells, and age you from the inside out. Want to feel younger? Start with your plate. Fill it with colorful vegetables, fresh fruits, fiber-rich, foods like oats, lentils, and beans. Add fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, or sauerkraut. They're full of good bacteria that restore balance to your gut. Hydration, which we talked about earlier, also plays a role here. A well-hydrated gut works better and absorbs nutrients more efficiently. Combine that with better food choices, and you'll feel a difference not just in digestion, but in energy, sleep, and even mood. Now, let's address something no one likes to admit: Many older adults stop dreaming. Not the kind of dreams you have at night, but the kind you have for life. Goals, plans, adventures, new chapters. Too often, people hit a certain age and quietly decide, that's it, my best years are behind me. But what if they're not? History is full of people who did incredible things in their 70s, 80s, even 90s. People who wrote books, ran businesses, explored new countries, or learned to dance. Why not you? When you have something to look forward to, even something simple like planting a garden in spring or hosting your family for dinner, your body responds. It releases hormones that boost your mood, support your immune system, and literally help you live longer. So here's the question. What's something you've always wanted to try but never did? What's stopping you now? You don't have to change the world. Just change your world. Little by little. Day by day. Lastly, we must talk about the power of sleep. Poor sleep is one of the biggest health threats for people over 60, and it often gets overlooked. Bad sleep can make you feel tired, foggy, cranky, and weak. But it does more than that. It increases your risk of heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and even memory loss. Many seniors struggle with falling asleep or staying asleep. This can be caused by medications, lack of movement during the day, too much light in the evening, or stress. But the solution doesn't always have to be sleeping pills. Start by creating a calming bedtime routine. Dim the lights. Avoid screens an hour before bed. Sip a warm herbal tea. Read something gentle or listen to soft music. Stick to a consistent bedtime, even on weekends. And if you wake up during the night, don't stress. Just breathe deeply, relax, and let your body settle back down. When you sleep well, your body repairs itself. Your mind resets, and your entire system gets stronger. We've uncovered hidden killers, simple truths, and the power of small changes. Now it's time to bring it all together. With daily habits you can start right now, and a few early warning signs every senior should watch for. Let's begin with the morning, because how you start your day often determines how the rest of it goes. The first rule: don't start your day in a rush. Waking up and immediately jumping into tasks, or even worse, scrolling through stressful news or social media, can shock your nervous system and raise your blood pressure before your feet even hit the floor. Instead, begin your day intentionally. Before anything else, sit up, breathe deeply for 60 seconds, and think of one thing you're grateful for. This simple act signals safety and calm to your brain and sets a positive tone. Then, move your body. Not a full workout, not a trip to the gym. Just move. Stretch your arms and legs. Rotate your joints gently. Take a short walk outside or do light yoga indoors. This activates circulation, improves flexibility, and wakes up your brain. One 74-year-old woman shared that just 10 minutes of morning stretching helped reduce her back pain, improve her mood, and even helped her sleep better at night. Small effort, big return. After movement, hydrate immediately. A glass of water first thing in the morning helps flush toxins, reactivates digestion, and gets your metabolism going. Add a slice of lemon for a vitamin C boost. Skip sugary drinks. They age your organs faster than you think. Now let's talk about nutrition. We already mentioned gut health, but let's get practical. Here's a basic senior-friendly meal formula. Half plate vegetables, plus quarter plate protein, plus quarter plate healthy carbs. Simple, balanced, effective. A breakfast could be scrambled eggs with spinach and tomatoes, a small bowl of oats with chia seeds and berries, and a cup of green tea or warm water with turmeric. This kind of meal doesn't spike your blood sugar, supports your joints, and feeds your brain. As for supplements, always speak with your doctor, but common ones to discuss include vitamin D3, especially if you're indoors a lot, omega-3s for heart and brain health, magnesium for sleep and muscle function, and possibly a probiotic for gut health. Now, throughout your day, here's a simple motto. Stay lightly active, stay mentally alert, stay emotionally connected. That means take regular movement breaks. If you're sitting for more than 30 minutes, stand up and stretch. Challenge your brain. Do a puzzle, read something new, or learn one interesting fact each day. Talk to someone. A phone call, a short chat, or even a friendly message. Every bit of connection counts. Now, let's shift gears. Here are 5 early warning signs that many seniors ignore, but shouldn't. Unexplained weight loss. If you're eating normally but losing weight quickly, it could point to a serious condition, like diabetes, thyroid issues, or even cancer. Don't brush it off. Sudden memory issues. Forgetting where you left your keys occasionally is normal, but forgetting names, repeating questions, or getting lost in familiar places? That's a red flag. Early detection of cognitive issues like dementia can lead to better outcomes. Shortness of breath with minimal effort. Walking across a room shouldn't leave you gasping. This can be a sign of heart or lung issues, both of which can be treated more effectively when caught early. Frequent falls or loss of balance. Even one fall is a wake-up call. Falls are the leading cause of injury-related deaths in older adults. Check your home for tripping hazards, improve lighting, and ask your doctor about balance exercises. Persistent sadness or isolation. Depression in seniors often goes unnoticed, but it's very real. Loss of interest, constant fatigue, or changes in sleep can all be signs. Don't suffer in silence. Talk to someone. There's help and hope. Now the question becomes, what do I do with all this information? Here's a simple daily checklist. You can even write this down or print it out. Drink 6 to 8 glasses of water. Move your body for at least 20 minutes. Eat 2 to 3 servings of vegetables. Connect with one person. Call, visit, or message. Learn or try something new, even for 10 minutes. Get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Do one thing that brings you joy, that's it. No fancy products, no extreme routines. Just consistent, mindful daily actions that help you feel better, think clearer, and live longer. Before we wrap this series, here's a powerful truth. You are not too old. You are not too late. And you are absolutely still capable of growth, joy, and health. Some people live to 90 or 100 not because they were lucky, but because they lived with intention. They prioritized health. They stayed curious. They kept going. So if you're watching this video, know this. This isn't the end. It could be your beginning. Whether you're 60, 70, or 85, it's never too late to improve your quality of life, your happiness, and your future. Take it one day at a time, and if you found this video helpful, share it with someone you love. Because the real secret to living beyond 80 is helping others get there with you. Stay strong, stay kind, and stay curious.